going to have a session on project-based learning. And our guest is Dr. Vijay Raibakar sir. I welcome all of you for this session. Welcome, sir. I will request Dr. Prayag madam to introduce our today's eminent guest. Over to you, Prayag madam.
Thank you, madam. Dear students, welcome in the energetic session by Dr. Raibakar sir. I am here to introduce sir. Sir has completed BSc and MSc with first class in 1977 and also secured first class with distinction in British Diploma in Computer Studies in 1989. He has completed PhD in 2004 in Physics Communication. He is a member of Mensa since 1969 and 4 decades of experience in various fields and capacities including marketing, maintenance, research and development, and teaching from school level to PhD. He has contributed to many books, monograms on theoretical and practical physics useful for BSc students and also a Marathi book for talent search examinations. He is one of the authors of NCERT books on physics for standard 11th and 12th, which is even in current use. He has published many research articles and circuit ideas in national and international level journals. He is associated with academic activities of NCERT, invited expert on Board of Studies, State Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education of Maharashtra State, selection and training of Indian team participating in International Physics Olympiad by Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education, Children National Science Congress, refresher courses of Engineering College Physics lectures, Kishore Vaidyanik Protsahan Yojana summer training camps at IISc Bangalore, Department of Physics and Instrumentation, Pune University, and MTS of Navroshi Wadia College. He has given invited talks and presentations at many universities, refresher courses, colleges and schools in lab-related programs like IGNOU, IIT Roorkee, Amravati University, etc. He has written programs and given talks on All India Radio on science-related topics. He was past secretary of the Pune sub-region of Indian Association of Physics Teachers and resource person, Curricular Development Committee of YCMOU, Nashik, IGNOU, Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, and also of University of Pune under Quality Improvement Program. His significant achievements are like inclusion of many experiments developed during PhD work in the syllabi of practical courses in the undergraduate classes of Pune University. Indira Gandhi National Open University has recorded some of his activities for producing video lessons in physics. He has a registered guide for PhD of IGNOU and Pune University, co-author of 2 books published by Pearson Education. He received late Dr. Bhaskar Rai Award of the Indian Physics Association, Pune in World Year of Physics 2005. He is former member University of Pune committees constituted for syllabus revision as well as evolution of new methods of teaching learning. His areas of interest are like physics, experimental physics education, electronic and educational communication, and instrumentation. Hobbies are Hindustani instrumental music, poetry, like that. He has worked as principal of SSR College of Arts, Commerce and Science and retired as an associate professor from Navroshi Wadia College, Pune on 31st March 2015. I welcome you, sir. We have such a personality with us today. With these words, I would like to request sir to start the session, and students, I'm sure you will take away many things from this session. So over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the extensive introduction, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So it actually reminds me that my responsibility, to stand up to your expectations is pretty high. Nonetheless, let me try my level best. Let me offer my salutation to my guru before I begin speaking about physics. Yesterday, I have already spoken to many students in a similar session. So today, I will try to be as just and fair as I was yesterday. So let me first of all offer my salutations to my guru, whom you can see in a couple of seconds. How do I do that? All of you can see me right now, okay? I turn
Yes,
the
sir.
camera off.
Yes, sir.
Let me share the screen. Ma'am, just let me know, if I am hitting the right button.
Okay.
Screen, show meeting details. What should I do?
सर लीव बटन आहे ना मीटिंगच्या इथे त्याच्या बाजूला एक शेअर कंटेंट म्हणून आहे.
कुठल्या बाजूला म्हणताय?
वरचा arrow असलेला upper arrow is there near leave button. So that is sharing button.
नाही तिथं मला दिसत नाही म्हणून दॅट इज वाय yesterday शो
किंवा सर
पार्टिसिपेंट
कंट्रोल शिफ्ट ई करा सर. कंट्रोल शिफ्ट ई.
कंट्रोल शिफ्ट ई.
ई राईट.
एक मिनिट सर मला असं वाटतं त्यांना मी प्रेझेंटर नाही केलं जस्ट अ मिनिट.
हा हा.
जस्ट इट वॉज माय मिस्टेक. एकच मिनिट. I have make sir presenter.
सर आता तुम्हाला येईल का?
join again.
नाही नाही काही गरज नाही सर. तुम्हाला येईल का?
Okay. You are a presenter. Okay. Now show conversation, raise hand, more actions. Enter full screen. Okay. And after entering full screen, what do I do? Okay. Open share tray. Right. That is where we are. You can see me playing cards till the time the meeting began. That's a good thing. Chalo, अच्छी बात है. Let me see now what we can do. Just tell me, can you see the photograph now?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. So let me offer my salutation to my group, whom you see, standing at the middle of the photograph wearing the safari suit. Late Professor Datta Prasad Khandelwal, who was a very eminent physics educationist in the country, who was also the founder president of the Indian Association of Physics Teachers, the body which is responsible for creating the platform for conducting very reliable and high grade examinations to select students for international Olympiad through this extensive process of not only theory examination but also practical examination. It was my great fortune that I came across this gentleman in 1993, and then I was fortunate to be his close associate till his last day in 1996. I must, as I did yesterday, wholeheartedly thank the organizers, Deshpande madam, Prayag madam, Adkar sir, and many others who are involved in this present activity for having given me this opportunity, because this photograph, as I mentioned, is exactly 25 years old. On the extreme left, you find me presenting an experiment on a filament bulb which was conducted, and some new phenomena related with the filament of the bulb, the tungsten filament, they were brought out, and which is what Professor Khandelwal suggested that I should be speaking directly to Professor Jayan Narlikar. I don't think anyone requires any kind of introduction of Professor Jayan Narlikar. Not only is he an extremely tall astrophysicist, but his style of thinking is absolutely impressive, and that is why he felt that rather than having an indirect kind of communication with him, it's better that if he could be requested to come and watch that experiment live, and then if we could have direct interaction, that will be great. And that was the reason why he visited our laboratory in the University Department of Physics and had this kind of session. So this is unfortunately this is one of the last, or rather the last photograph of late Professor Khandelwal, because within 2 days of having clicked this photograph, he passed away. So for me, this is something that is just unforgettable, and I have I don't have enough words to thank this gentleman, Professor Deepti Khandelwal, although he never formally taught me, but then in the last 2.5 years of his life, I was closely involved, and this was a UNESCO project on which we had worked together. In the photograph on to the right of Professor Khandelwal, you also get a glance of Professor P.B. Vidyasagar, who is a friend of mine, and he rose to become the Vice Chancellor of SRTNU Nanded later on. Others, of course, they have been there. Some of them, they were college teachers who had joined the department for doing their refresher course, and we used to conduct, practical sessions for those participants as resource persons. So let me now take you over to the session wherein I would like to actually, give you a number of ideas. Please note that this session, what I am going to show you, it does not have great depth because of the time limitations, but nonetheless, I would like you to ponder upon everything out there. Basically, because depth will always involve a lot of questions. And if I go in for depth at this moment of time, then it will become impossible for you to know how much is the vast span of this subject. So therefore, I thought, as engineering students, let me uh, try to pass on the basics of thinking rather than banking heavily on passing on the information part. So let me start with some of the activities, and of course, I mean, you can feel free to communicate either in written form or orally over the phone as and when you feel like undertaking any of these activities or similar activities. And that is why I felt like giving you at least, kind of overview of the kind of activities what you can undertake. But mind well that these are very few and very suggestive kind of activities, but this is not an extensive list of activities. There are hundreds and hundreds of more activities, which we have tried out at different points of time, and they will be equally interesting, or perhaps some of them will be more interesting than these activities either. But nonetheless, I have started with a very, very elementary kind of activities which may be undertaken even by a school student. So this activity, it reminds you of the availability of plenty of resource material even in your daily use. You have been using pencils for years together by now, and you might have noticed that whichever be the brand, Natraj or Apsara or whatever, you can get pencils of different hardness, and their impressions on paper also vary to a great extent. I got to know that when I visited this one of the famous shops in the city, Venus Stationers in Upper Wanso, then I got to know that the range is from 9HH to 9BB. The word HH here, it actually refers to hard, and the word B or the letter B, it stands for blackening effect of that pencil. So as you move from 9HH to 9BB, it's a continuum starting from most faint impression on paper to most dark impression on paper. It is obvious that someone who is good at drawing, then he will be able to utilize, this entire range to his benefit to modulate the color, not color, but the black and white shades, gray shades, and we'll be able to create beautiful drawings. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to look at it from an entirely different perspective. Although we call these pencils as lead pencils conventionally, please note that these pencils came into existence sometime, first of all, in the 16th century or so. And when graphite was discovered in the 15th century, then people felt that it was a kind of lead. And that is why that word got associated, and to everyone's surprise, that association continues even today. What was done later on was to have different types of impressions. People started using this adhesive or binding material, if you may call, as clay. And what happens is, when you are using a pencil which makes use of the combination of clay and graphite, then the amount of graphite that passes on to the paper through the friction when you write, that varies because of the amount of clay that is also used in the composition of the pencil. Now, if we wanted to know more about these pencils, and if you write a letter to any one of these manufacturers of pencils, they will not let you know the composition. That's something, perhaps a matter of the company policy, because they would like to hold some secrets close to their chest. But now, as engineering students or as science students in general, if you would like to know about the composition, because in real life you will come across many situations where you are required to know about the composition of some object, where you are required to know about something, the material in hand, the material you might have procured from abroad, or the material what is locally available, and out of that material you want to create something new. Now, if you want to know in plain words, we are going to characterize that material. But what are the ways and means that we can think of? And that is why this is a very simple example. Although I mentioned that apparently someone working with a project on pencils, the general impression could be that अरे ये तो school का project हो गया. No, it is not so. You can stretch it to the extent you want. So this is an engineering kind of characterization project as such. And what I would suggest to you is simple process or procedure, and then you can think of modifying that procedure, extending it further as per your requirement. So what we do is you just visualize the pencil. I have not included pictures for this particular activity because it is too trivial. But you can buy a couple of pencils brand new and which have not been sharpened so far. You come across usually two types of pencils. One is that pencil wherein you are able to see the lead portion at the center, uh, end to end. At both the end, you are able to see the lead portion. That is one. And there is another type of pencil wherein one end, you are able to see the lead, but at the other end, there is covering of that wood-like material. That's a encapsulation, if may call it. Now, what we are required to do is, in order to know the percentage of clay and the percentage of graphite, as you are all aware, Graphite is an allotropic form of carbon, and it has got a finite resistivity, which is known finite conductivity. And once someone is mixing it with anything else, then that conductivity is going to get blended. It is going to change. So what we are aiming at is to find out, what is the composition of these pencil materials, because there is also a kind of, heating process involved using a small kiln when they are mixing this clay to graphite. So what we do is, first of all, we use our ordinary digital multimeter, which could be as inexpensive as something like 350 rupees or so, and which you can always procure at your personal level. So what we do is, first of all, ensure that both the ends, of the pencil, without sharpening, end to end, you can measure the resistance on the digital multimeter, write it down, and then measure also the end-to-end length of that pencil. So you know how much is the length. Then, like measurement of the inner diameter of the capillary, you can also check how much is the diameter by adjusting the vertical or the horizontal cross wires tangential to that portion of the pencil, which is acting as the lead. When you know how much is the diameter, you can work out the radius, and then when you know the resistance end to end, then you can always put it in the formula R is equal to rho into L by A. From that you get to know rho, because all the remaining three quantities are known, and therefore once you know resistivity, its reciprocal will give you conductivity, and so on. So you can try out any other options. Perhaps you can have a comparison of different brands of pencils. Perhaps you can recommend people, write reviews on Amazon and things like that. Extension towards commercial end, I'm not going to bother much about. But nonetheless, I would like to suggest to you that writing reviews, is one of the good lucrative ways of earning money this time. Particularly, after the corona, the world has undergone a sea of change, and there will be plenty of things, that you can do using this skill, and of course your study of particular phenomena or products, starting from these pencils as the simple most object. So you can definitely, undertake similar kind of characterization, and then see how the, variation of composition, and you can also choose, pencils of different brands, and then say ki Apsara is better than Nataraj or whatever, is the thing. Definitely, the manufacturers, they will be keeping an eye on their marketing campaign, and perhaps some of them might invite you to come and join their team, and that is how you are creating an opportunity for you to in the real world. So, I mean, this is a very simple activity. Now, let us, this is just some additional data for you. Look at particularly graphite, how much is the electrical conductivity, 1.5 to 20, so depend on the purity, of course, and then the rest of the materials are there. My emphasis in conducting this session is not going to be as much on information as it would be on suggestion and passing on some tricks or techniques, which you may find useful at some stage when you undertake similar kind of work. So let me take you over to a more extensive, totally different kind of activity. This activity, or rather the project, uh, this I had conducted, I think, about 20 years earlier or so. There was a group of students, girl students, who used to stay in Lonavala, and they were the wards of naval officers. INS Shivaji is the naval base very close to Lonavala, some 10 to 12 kilometers away from Lonavala, and these girls, they used to find difficult to stick to the hard schedule of the science faculty, particularly in TY BSc. And therefore, when it came to the question of doing project work, they came and approached me and asked me, sir, what kind of project we should be doing, because we are,
दुसरं पाणी घेता येते थंड झाला असेल.
hello, hello, someone, please, turn off the mic. Someone is speaking in the background, I suppose.
Rishikesh? Yes.
Inadvertently, that mic has remained on. So this group of students, when they approached me, I told them, "See, I can understand your difficulty because they were constrained to travel by the military transport from INS Shivaji to Lonala railway station, from where they would take the local and come to Pune Wadia College." So I said, "Fine. What I would do is I would request you to uh, do the work at home, and I will suggest you a project which is very much relevant and which you will be able to perform well. It will be a good quality project." And I asked them a couple of questions through which I got to know that they had washing machines at home. What was the kind of the washing machine? Please remember, this was the case a couple of years earlier. So when washing machines also, they did not have much of complexity. Programmable washing machines were rare to be found in towns or even cities then, and this was the kind of the semi-automatic washing machine. As you can see, it comprises of two tubs, one for washing the clothes and the other is the spin tub as they call it, which is responsible for drying the clothes after the clothes are transferred from the left hand side drum to the right hand side drum. So this was the kind of this, and of course you might visualize that some of these machines are still in use, and you might see what is the control available. Washing time के लिए आपके पास control रहता है something like 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, and so on, or sometimes 5, 10, 15 like that. And similarly for spin also you have got spinning time ranging somewhere from 1 minute to something like 10 minutes or so. Now the question was how to optimize the process of washing clothes. What do I mean by optimization? In general, what is optimization? Optimization is adjusting the values of different parameters which are important in a process. For example, let us consider just making a cup of tea. Now, making a cup of tea, if you want to get the best of the taste, as you are all aware, as and when there are breaks in our schedule, even many of you might also be visiting some joints outside the college and having a cup of tea with your friends. So, which tea is the best? So, for that, what are the ingredients that you handle? You handle the tea powder, you require sugar, you require water, you require good quality milk to be added to it, and so on. Now, every tea shop is not equally crowded. Why? Because you say की अरे त्याचा चहा फालतोय, याचा चहा मस्त असतो, चला तिकडे जाऊया. But where did that come from? Over the number of years of experience, some of them they have honed their skills and they have optimized the process of preparing tea. So water is the same, sugar is the same, but how much of sugar is to be added per cup of tea? Similarly, what is the time for which that water must boil along with the powder so that the best of the fragrance is retained in the cup of tea? Such parameters, if you start thinking about in the industrial world, they call it optimization of the process. Processes are not necessarily industrial. I always felt that these processes they are some way or the other related to our day-to-day living, and that is why I wanted to give them a feel that while studying at home also you will be able to do some work which will convince your parents that you are studying something worthwhile. So the process of washing clothes was chosen as a very simple and easy example. And what we did was, first of all, we said ki, which quality of detergent powder you are using. They did not come from a very affluent background, so they told me, I think their parents were working at the JCO level, junior commissioned officer level. So they told me one of the economical varieties of powder. Then I said, fine, let us focus our attention on the study of detergent powders. We can compare the performance of detergent powders. For example, some of the reputed brands which have withstood the test of time. They are something like your Surf Excel or Wheel, or maybe one or two more brands you can quote. So some three different brands we selected, and we said we know that these brands, for example, Surf Excel is considered to be one of the most expensive brands even today. Okay, we don't mind paying something like 130 or 150 rupees a kg for such powders, but provided they are worthwhile, then how to decide that? That was the question. I said, what we can do is, whatever are your settings, how much is the time for which you run the washing machine when you are putting one lot of clothes in it? They mentioned some number. I said, okay, you put that. How much is the time for which you put it in the left tub? Something like 15 minutes. Okay, put it for 15 minutes. Then spinning, of course, I mean, doesn't have much to do with the quality of washing, and therefore that does not matter. The only thing is the clothes should be as dry as possible so that when you are putting it out somewhere, on the pot, then it will not take much of time to get completely dried up. So what we did was we tried different powders. वॉशिंग मशीन में डालने वाली जो पाउडर्स है वो स्पेशल वैरायटी उस वक्त नहीं आया था. So these powders which were commonly available even for manual washing, the same powders they were used. And I said, okay, let us try, let us fix these parameters. What is the timing for which you are running the machine? Suppose a particular machine is allowing you to continue with the process of washing, that is the left hand side keeps revolving, left hand tub for something like 45 minutes. Should you put it for 45 minutes just because that facility is available? The answer is no. Then what is the minimum? It is say 5 minutes. Now, if you are keeping it on for 15 minutes, okay, out of your habit or practice or experience, you may have selected that. So let us stick to that first of all, 15 minutes, okay, fine. We are putting 5 grams of powder, detergent powder only in the first trial. Then next time we'll put 10, then 15 and so on and so forth. And then we will see, beyond which, where exactly the quality of wash turned out to be the best. Now the question came, fundamental question, how are you going to ascertain the quality of the washed clothes? Mind well, these girls, their parents were in the Navy. So naval uniform is perfectly white. So therefore, naturally, their major attention and requirement was to ensure it would have been easy for us also. So therefore, we said, okay, let us restrict ourselves to the study of only the white clothes. And we bought some 10 meters of white cloth. The same kind, perhaps, what is used uh, in the Navy. But as far as I remember, it had more of the cotton content and very less content of any synthetic material in that. So we bought that 10 meters of cloth and I asked them to cut them into equal sizes. What would be the roughly size of that was, if I remember it right, it must have been around 10 inches by 10 inches per piece, something like a normal handkerchief size. Now, what we did was, you can see the embroidery frames which are available in local market like Toshiba. We procured some light dependent resistor, and then table lamp was already there. Being a military establishment, they already had a study table, chair, and table lamp also at home. So I said, fine, it is adjustable. That is all the more good. So I asked them, now we are going to address directly the crux of this project, namely determining the quality of washing clothes. So how are we to do that? For that we ought to know what are the most mutilated, dirty clothes. वो आपको define करना पड़ेगा. You see, as and when you start with any measurement, you ought to know the limits in which that variable can take various values. You already know what is the concept of analog and digital. So this is a typical analog kind of variation. ऐसे नहीं होता है कि आपका कपड़ा गंदा हो गया तो वो steps में गंदा होगा, नहीं. It is a continuum. So therefore, what is the best in terms of quality of washing? कपड़ा अगर आप पहनते हो तो someone will say कि the cloth is at its best on day one, even before you have worn it. तो पहनने से पहले जब आपने मार्केट से कपड़ा खरीदा, that is the best quality of wash, that is ideal. Can your shirt or trouser or any other cloth ever return to the same kind of luster, the same kind of brightness and the same kind of reflectance? Now I will talk in terms of physics. आफ्टर वॉशिंग इट सेवरल नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स, अगर आप 1 महीना यूज करते हो, 2 महीना यूज करते हो, 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गया, आफ्टर कपल ऑफ ईयर्स यू फाइंड दैट इट बिकम मोर एंड मोर डल. तो डल हो गया मतलब क्या हो गया? द लाइट रिफ्लेक्टेड फ्रॉम दैट क्लॉथ, it is reducing day by day. It also depends of course on ironing, no doubt about that. तो हम लोग कपड़ा जब प्रेस करते हैं तो बेसिकली इसी के लिए करते हैं कि उसका रिफ्लेक्टेंस बढ़े, so that automatically even if you are not, you will appear more smart, at least in photographs. तो ये ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने पहले ये तय किया कि वी विल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिसाइड कि कपड़ा गंदा कितना हो सकता है. तो मैंने उन्हीं से पूछा, वो बोली सर वी हैव टू ट्रैवल इवन इन द मानसून सीजन, कीचड़ आता है, कभी तेल के धब्बे आ जाते हैं एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. आई सेड फाइन, नाउ इन दैट केस वी विल आवरसेल्व्स क्रिएट द वर्स्ट पीस, वर्स्ट डर्टी क्लॉथ फ्रॉम दिस. तो जो कपड़ा खरीदा था उसमें से कुछ टुकड़े लिए और उनको हमने कीचड़ बनाया. ट्रस्ट मी, लेबोरेटरी में हमने कीचड़ बाहर से सॉइल लाके, मिट्टी लाके कीचड़ बनाया, रिफाइन करके उसको अच्छे से पूरा उसमें डुबा दिया. उसके ऊपर तेल भी छिड़का, गंदा तेल जो भी मिलता है पेट्रोल पंप से वेस्ट, वो भी लाया. अपने कॉलेज के सामने मोनिश का पंप है, आप लोगों को मालूम है. तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स वी डिड, और पूरा गंदा बना दिया उसका जो कपड़े का सैंपल जो बनाए थे उसमें से कुछ. Then our experimentation now was at a stage of beginning. तो उसमें क्या किया हमने? तो पहले तो हमने ये किया कि जिसको नहीं लगाया था, ब्रांड न्यू पीस जो था, वो इनमें से एम्ब्रॉयडरी फ्रेम पे चढ़ा दिया, उसको होल्ड किया परफेक्टली वर्टिकल, और ऑन वन साइड एट एन एंगल ऑफ 45 डिग्री, जो टेबल लैंप आपको अभी तस्वीर में नजर आ रहा है, उसके जरिए लाइट वॉज मेड इंसिडेंट एट एन एंगल ऑफ 45 डिग्री on that cloth held in this embroidery frame, and at the exact same angle 45 degrees we held this light dependent resistance connected into a digital multimeter to read directly its resistance. लेकिन हो सकता था कि this project the girls could be conducting any time during the day, and that is why I said कि in order to prevent spurious light coming from other sources from affecting the resistance of the light dependent resistor, आप उसको एक पीवीसी पाइप में अंदर बिठा दीजिए. तो समथिंग लाईक आपल्याकडे जसे त्या उत्पत्तीची नळकांडी असतात तशा पद्धतीची एक पीव्हीसी पाईप मध्ये त्याला बसवून टाकला आम्ही. आणि त्याच्या एंडला म्हणजे मग आता लाईट जो येणार तो कंपल्सरी इट विल बी अवेलेबल ओनली फ्रॉम द रिफ्लेक्टेड लाईट फ्रॉम दॅट एम्ब्रॉयडरी फ्रेम. हे केल्यानंतर व्हॉट वी डिड वॉज, दुसऱ्या टोकाला आम्ही पूर्ण जो खराब झालेला कपडा जो होता त्याचाही अशाच पद्धतीचं रिडिंग घेतलं. आणि आपल्याला हे माहितीये ऑल दिस लाईट डिपेंडंट रेजिस्टर्स दे आर मोस्ट सेन्सिटिव्ह, दॅट्स अ गुड पार्ट. And secondly, more the light falling on the light dependent resistance, then lesser is the resistance shown on multimeter. So having known this, we first of all decided that the light dependent resistor, is going to be the same for all the pieces of cloth. In fact, that's a, so to say, very important precaution that one has to take. All these are called constants in the processes. Constant in experimentation, constant in research methodology is something that you must hold constant all throughout. So ती काळजी घेतली. And what we did was then now the process of washing had to begin. So what we did was we started with that 15-minute setting जे conventional होतं. ते 15 मिनिट्स झालं म्हटल्यानंतर काढून बघितलं, पहिल्यांदा कुठली वापरली पावडर, तर सर्फ एक्सेल वापरली. ओके, लाईट डिपेंडंट रेजिस्टन्सच्या साह्याने तो कपडा धुवून झाल्यानंतर परत आम्ही जेव्हा तो वाळवला, सावलीमध्ये वाळवला कपडा तो, त्याच्यानंतर तो या एम्ब्रॉयडरी फ्रेम वरती परत स्ट्रेच केला गेला. And after having stretched it on the embroidery frame by holding it in the same frame at the same place and with the same lamp, with the same table lamp, and with the same LDR, with the same multimeter even, the resistance was recorded. But the same exercise was repeated with other two brands. म्हणजे सर्फ एक्सेलच्या, हॅलो, मी नंतर बोलतो तुमच्याशी, मी आता मीटिंग मध्ये आहे. Sorry. So this was, I'm sorry for the interruption. There was an important call. So the reading was noted also for other powders, namely wheel आणि मला वाटतं रिनची पावडर रिनचीच असेल बहुतेक, if I remember it right. रिन किंवा अशीच काहीतरी पावडर होती ती. So we recorded that. Now that was not the end. First of all, what we had done was we had put equal amount of powder. Please note this very carefully, that when you are performing such kind of experimentation, you are required to hold things constant. म्हणजे असं नाही चालणार की व्हील तुम्ही 25 ग्रॅम घातली आणि सर्फ एक्सेल 35 ग्रॅम घातली. नो, इट हॅड टू बी द सेम. तर अशा पद्धतीने केल्यानंतर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी कुड कम्पेअर द वॉशिंग ऍक्शन ऑफ दीज थ्री पावडर. सर्फ एक्सेल साठी जर का आपण दुप्पट पैसे देत असलो तर तेवढा आपल्याला क्वालिटी मध्ये वॉश मध्ये फरक जाणवला पाहिजे. इफ वी आर नॉट एबल टू गेट दोज रिझल्ट देन देर इज नो पॉइंट इन इन्व्हेस्टिंग हेविली in Surf Excel. That was the plain simple logic. But we wanted to go ahead. So what we did thereafter was कि we said चलो हम लोग ऐसा करते हैं कि what is the optimum quantity of detergent powder that we should be using. किती घातली पाहिजे हे कोणी ठरवलेलं. आपल्या काही कंपनी सांगत नाही, आपण जजमेंटनी करतो. तिथे काही घरांमध्ये ज्या ठिकाणी कामाला बायका येतात त्या आल्यानंतर पहिलं काय नाही, ते वॉशिंग मशीनचा बटन पिळतात, कान पिळतात, त्याच्यामध्ये धाड 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 सगळे कपडे घालतात, त्याच्यामध्ये 2, 4, 5 चमचे जे काय हाताला लागतील ते पावडर टाकायची आणि ते चालू करून द्यायचं, उरलेली कामं करायची. हा अनुभव अनेकांना येतो. पण वी हॅव टू एज्युकेट देम. इट इज नॉट देअर फॉल्ट. वी हॅव टू टेल देम की दिस इज द क्वांटिटी आणि अशा पद्धतीने जायचं. प्रोग्रामेबल जरी असेल तरी सुद्धा द सेम ऍडवाइस अप्लाइज. मी त्याच्याबद्दल नंतर कधीतरी बोलेन, पण आता मी लेट मी कंटिन्यू विथ दिस एक्झिस्टिंग फ्लो ऑफ थॉट की पावडर किती घालायची. तुम्ही म्हणजे ठीक आहे 5 ग्रॅम पासून सुरू करा. स्टार्ट ऑफ विथ 5 ग्रॅम, देन 10 ग्रॅम, देन 15 ग्रॅम. बाकीचे सगळे पॅरामीटर्स तेच ठेवा. पाणी थंड तर थंडच घालायचं त्याच्यामध्ये. त्याच्यानंतर कपडे 10 तर 10च घालायचे. पण कपडे म्हणजे इतर कपड्यांबरोबर हे मिक्स केलं नाही. प्लीज नोट इट. आता हे झाल्यानंतर आम्हाला काय झालं, 5 ग्रॅम घातल्यानंतर आमचा एलडीआर रेजिस्टन्स जो होता तो सुरुवातीला अशी कल्पना करा की आवर एलडीआर रेजिस्टन्स वॉज शोन समथिंग लाईक 1300 ओम. ओके, 5 ग्रॅम घातल्यानंतर. 5 ग्रॅमची ऐवजी 10 ग्रॅम घातल्यानंतर इट क्लाइम डाऊन टू 1200 ओम्स. दीज आर ऑफकोर्स एक्झाम्पलरी फिगर्स, कळण्यासाठी मी सांगतोय फक्त. ऍक्च्युअल फिगर्स व्हेरी डिफरंट. 15 ग्रॅमला गेल्यानंतर 1000 ओम्सला आला. 20 ग्रॅमला गेल्यानंतर 1000 राहिला. 25 ला 1000 राहिला. मग याचा अर्थ काय झाला? याचा अर्थ असा झाला की एका ठराविक क्वांटिटीच्या पलीकडे मी पावडर जर का घातली तर इट इज युजलेस. काही उपयोग नाही त्याचा. म्हणजे त्याचाच अर्थ असा की किती क्वांटिटी डिटर्जंटची त्याच्यात घालायची हे मला ठरवता आलं. आणि मग ते आय कॅन ऑलवेज कन्वर्ट दॅट. इन्स्टेड ऑफ टेलिंग इन ग्राम मी सांगू शकतो की I could tell the maid you are supposed to put only 2 tablespoons of powder, nothing more than that, for this much of the load in the washing machine. तर अशा पद्धतीचा अभ्यास केला गेला. and then we also tried something else की पावडर रिमेनिंग द सेम. आता हे एकदा पावडर कळल्यानंतर पावडरची क्वांटिटी समजा आम्ही 20 ग्रॅम्स ही ठरवली तर 20 ग्रॅम्स पावडर टाकल्यानंतर देन वी वेंट ऑन चेंजिंग द टायमिंग for the washing tub, which was variable from 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes to something like an hour or so, 45 minutes or hour. मग त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा काय होणार की एका पर्टिक्युलर याच्यापर्यंत तुम्हाला क्वालिटी ऑफ वॉश जी आहे ती सुधारत जाते. म्हणजे एलडीआर रेजिस्टन्स सुरुवातीच्या पेक्षा सगळ्यात खाली येणार. त्याच्या पुढे 35 मिनिटानंतर समजा तुम्ही जर का बघितलं तर यू विल फाइंड की 35 मिनिट्स, 40 मिनिट्स, 45 मिनिट्सला एलडीआर रेजिस्टन्स तोच दाखवतोय आफ्टर वॉश. याचा अर्थ द मशीन शुड रन ओनली फॉर 35 मिनिट्स, नॉट बियॉन्ड दॅट. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ असा झाला की यू आर ऑल्सो सेव्हिंग ऑन द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तुमचं टोटल वॉशिंग मशीनचं जे काही युसेज आहे, इफ अर्लियर इट वॉज समथिंग लाईक 45 मिनिट्स ऑफ सायकल पुट टुगेदर, आता 45 मिनिट्स वरनं टोटल तुम्ही जर का खाली 30 मिनिट्सला आला तर याचा अर्थ एका लॉटसाठी तुम्ही 15 मिनिटाच्या इलेक्ट्रिसिटीची सुद्धा बचत केली, सेव्हिंग केलं. So that was the uniqueness of this project, and of course it was duly acknowledged by the university. We got the first prize for this kind of project for that particular year, and even another guru of mine whom I revered most. Unfortunately, he too is no more, Professor R.N. Karekar. So he also gave a pat on my back and said, yes, this is something unique that you could think of. So I thought of sharing this with you basically because this is something, science and engineering both, they are already there living happily in your houses. So we just have to start looking around for projects. Project साठी आपल्याला कुठला तरी कोणातरी जाऊन कन्सल्ट करायची गरज नसते. प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे काय? इट स्टार्ट विथ आयडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लेम. आयडेंटिफिकेशन प्रॉब्लेम जर का होत नसेल तर याचा अर्थ आपल्यात प्रॉब्लेम आहे असं मी मानतो. आणि म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की इट इज ऑलवेज इसेन्शियल दॅट वी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आयडेंटिफाय आवर ओन प्रॉब्लेम अँड देन consult someone ki how do I address this particular problem in order to arrive at the solution. हे जर का आपण करू शकलो मित्रांनो तर मला असं वाटतं की इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये तुम्हाला तुमच्यासाठी तुम्ही वेकन्सीज क्रिएट करा जिथे कुठे जाल त्या ठिकाणी. यू डोंट हॅव टू कीप हंटिंग फॉर द ऍडव्हर्टिजमेंट. Naukri.com ला जायची गरज नाही. तुमच्याकडे लोक फोन कॉल करतील आणि स्वतःच येतील. So please remember this. In our time, we used to, open up advertisements in the मेन न्यूजपेपर्स. आता तो जमाना गेला. आता तुमच्याकडे वेगवेगळे पोर्टल्स आहेत, सरकारी सुद्धा पोर्टल्स आहेत, अनेक ठिकाणचे आहे असतात. म्हणजे जॉब ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज गव्हर्नमेंट सेक्टर असेल, प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर असेल, देर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ देम. बट देर आर ऑकेजन्स वेन पीपल फील फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, वेन पीपल फील डिप्रेस्ड की नाही बीएससी करून काय होणार किंवा बीई करून काय होणार. प्रॉब्लेम इज नॉट विथ द बीएससी और बीई और एमएससी और एमई और इवन एमटेक. प्रॉब्लेम कुठे आहे? प्रॉब्लेम असा आहे की त्या कोर्समध्ये जे काय तुम्हाला शिकवलं जातं ते शिकवल्यानंतर ते तुम्ही डायजेस्ट किती केलं. हाऊ मच ऑफ दॅट नॉलेज यू हॅव इंटरनलाइज. यू हॅव रिसिव्ड लॉट्स अँड लॉट्स ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन अँड विल कंटिन्यू टू रिसीव्ह लॉट्स अँड लॉट्स ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन. बट देन ॲज यू आर ऑल अवेअर, कम्प्युटर्स मध्ये काय म्हणतो आपण, कम्प्युटर्स मध्ये आपण इनपुट दिलं, ते प्रोसेस केलं, मग आउटपुट येतो ना. मग तसं तुम्हाला जी काही इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली गेली किंवा दिली जाती आहे वेळोवेळी त्याच्यावरती तुम्ही प्रोसेस काय केलं. हे प्रोसेसिंग जे आहे हे नुसती मेंटल प्रोसेस नव्हे. ही प्रोसेसिंग जी आहे त्याच्यामध्ये हँड्स ऑन ऍक्टिव्हिटीज प्ले अन इम्पॉर्टंट रोल. कारण कित्येकदा मला हे लक्षात आलं अनुभवाने की ज्या गोष्टी आपल्याला पेपरवरती सोप्या वाटतात त्या प्रत्यक्षात जेव्हा करायला लागतो त्यावेळेलाच आपल्याला त्यातले बारकावे कळतात. We get to know the intricacies of many processes only when we ourselves perform those processes. It could be as simple a process as washing clothes. आणि म्हणून हा सगळा एक्सरसाइज आपण केला होता. ओके, लेट मी जस्ट हॅव सम सिप्स ऑफ वॉटर. We go on with the third activity. Now this activity is also very interesting activity. And the girl students, they were happy, and I mentioned it yesterday that their parents also got involved in that work. And because these girl students, they had kept working during night hours, and later on the findings were so impressive that they held meeting at the INS Shivaji level in the resident campus there. And those findings they started using in washing clothes, I was told later on. So that was very satisfying for me. आता ही जी ऍक्टिव्हिटी नंबर 3, ही तुम्हाला मुलांच्यासाठी विशेषतः दोज हू आर एव्हिड रायडर्स, ज्यांना आवडतं रायडिंग करायला. दिस इज द डॅशबोर्ड ऑफ सम बाईक. कुठली बाईक हे अनुभवी लोक करायची सांगतील मला. तुमच्यामध्ये सुद्धा स्मार्ट लॉट असतो, ते मला क्विकली सांगतील की सर हे मोस्ट लाईकली बजाज 220 पल्सर्स आहे. ओके, सो व्हॉट आय वॉन्ट टू टेल यू इज, नुसतं इकडून तिकडे जोरात मोटरसायकल न्यायची आणि पुढे चौकामध्ये ब्रेक दाबायची याच्यात काही गंमत नाही मित्रांनो खरी. व्हाय नॉट यूज युअर व्हेकल ॲज रिअली अ व्हेकल टू स्टडी इंजिनिअरिंग, टू स्टडी फिजिक्स, टू स्टडी फ्रिक्शन, टू स्टडी रोड्स, the quality of roads and how it deteriorates during different seasons of the year. पावसाळ्यामध्ये फ्रिक्शन कमी होतं, किती कमी होतं? फाइंड आउट द आन्सर युअरसेल्फ. हिवाळ्यामध्ये रस्ते गाळ पडतात, त्याने फ्रिक्शन मध्ये फरक पडतो का? उन्हाळ्यामध्ये रस्त्याचं डांबर गरम होतं, काही वेळा वितळल्याचं सुद्धा दिसतं काही रस्त्यांवरती. त्यांनी फरक काय पडतो फ्रिक्शन मध्ये. These are the questions, research questions. Engineering questions are research questions by default. And they need to be addressed. They can be addressed using something that you are already using. For that, you don't require any external apparatus. For that, you are not required to always rush to your laboratory. For that, you are not required to seek appointments. हा विश्वास देण्यासाठी म्हणून हा प्रोजेक्ट आम्ही व्हिज्युअलाइज केलेला होता. त्याची काल मी बॅकग्राऊंड सांगितली आणि इट वॉज व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, पण त्याच्यात मी अडकून पडत नाही. याच्यात काय केलं ते फक्त महत्वाचं सांगतो तुम्हाला मी की ऑल ऑफ यू आर अवेअर दॅट सिव्हिल कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर्स युजली हॅव अ फेअरली लॉंग टेप, मेजरिंग टेप जो असतो तो त्यांचा 100 मीटर्स मध्ये त्याला असं बाजूनी गोल फिरवून तो ओढायची व्यवस्था असते. आणि युजली इट इज अ क्लॉथ और सम सिमिलर मटेरियल, फ्लेक्झिबल मटेरियल. त्याच्यानंतर आम्हाला रिक्वायरमेंट काय होती, तर आम्हाला रस्ता, वी वॉन्टेड अ प्लेन स्ट्रेच ऑफ रोड अबाउट अ किलोमीटर. बाईक और स्कूटर काही चालेल, प्रोव्हाइडेड बोथ द मीटर्स आर देअर. कुठले मीटर्स पाहिजेत आम्हाला, एकतर आमचा स्पीडोमीटर असला पाहिजे आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे मायलेज रेकॉर्ड करायला किलोमीटर आता मिळायला पाहिजे, मायलेज म्हणण्यापेक्षा सुद्धा याची आमची गरज होती. आणि दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी और प्रोजेक्ट इज टू बी डन इन पेअर. तुमचा मित्र आणि तुम्ही एकाने मागे बसायचं आणि एकाने गाडी चालवायची. काम काय करायचंय तर काही नाही, दिस अ व्हेरी सिम्पल, सुपर सिम्पल काइंड ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी. ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर शुअर रिमेंबर द कायनेमॅटिक इक्वेशन्स. म्हणजे v is equal to u plus at. I think it could be one of the first few equations that you might have memorized. v is equal to u plus at आहे, मग त्याच्यानंतर s is equal to ut plus half at square आहे, मग त्याच्यानंतर v square minus u square is equal to 2as आहे. These three equations, they also offer you lots and lots of insight into physics and therefore engineering. Physics is the mother of all engineering science. And that is why I feel really, very happy that I turned my attention towards physics when I realized that I was not destined to become an engineer. Because admission I could have got, but then it was out of Pune, so I turned down that possibility and I said, let me turn my attention to BSc, and physics would be my principal subject. So I feel very glad for having made that decision, although I was very, very young then. Anyway, coming back to the point, what you are going to do is we are going to focus our attention only on v square minus u square is equal to 2as, that equation. Okay. Start riding your motorcycle. Imagine yourself driving at a speed of something like 60 kilometers per hour steadily on that plain stretch of road, which is hopefully vacant, and you can definitely find out a vacant stretch of road, particularly during the night hours. Or maybe if you go to some remote places where the roads are relatively less congested. What you need to do is you decide a starting point. It could be an electric pole also, not that you don't get ready-made marks for that. But if you don't have, in that case, make a chalk mark somewhere. Take a start many meters before that, and when you pass that mark, your speed should be 60. That is what the rider has to keep an eye on. And once that is done, the pillion rider, he has to keep an eye on the mileage. From there, what you have to do is the engine of that vehicle must be switched off, and only in neutral that vehicle should be allowed to run till it comes to a halt. Initial reading was noted by the pillion rider, final reading will be noted, so you know how much is the distance traveled by your motorcycle or scooter as it is, and you know the initial speed, namely u was 60 kilometers per hour. You know the final speed v, the vehicle has come to a standstill, so v is equal to 0. You know s, the distance traveled. So having known 3 out of the 4 quantities, you are able to work out what must have been that average deceleration a, which will turn out to be negative. Now ask yourself this simple question, what was this deceleration due to? Obviously this was due to the frictional force. So from that frictional force, you go back and visit the basics, in friction, you remember that mu is always the ratio of the force of friction divided by normal reaction. thing like that. From that you can work out the value of mu. Now this activity you can always perform at different speeds, maybe starting with 72 kilometers or maybe with 84 kilometers. Sky is the limit, that is one thing. Secondly, what are the variations possible? You can try it on different roads. Then the third thing what you can do is you can try it in different seasons. So you get to know how the coefficient of friction varies as per the season, as per the road. If the road is made up of concrete, then what is the frictional coefficient? If the road is made of tar, then how much is the frictional coefficient? What is the good value of friction that should exist on road? If the road is too smooth, then there will be plenty of accidents. If the road is too rough, in that case you will have problems in catching up with the speed required to reach your destination. So it has to be optimized. There is always something, which appears to be the best choice in a given situation for majority of the people. So that is optimized value of that coefficient of friction. Now this activity also can stretch further. That is very interesting. How can it stretch further? See, now the same kind of, so to say, procedure, if you observe, now you apply only the left brake. The speed was 60 kilometers, you applied only the left brake, that is the brake that presses against the rear wheel. Now the vehicle comes to a standstill much before it traveled, earlier if it had traveled something like 800 meters, now it may come to something like 75 or 80 meters barely. Okay. So you know that ACE is going to get modified. Now what is this due to? This is because of the friction. What was the friction earlier? Now the friction is different. What was the friction earlier? It was rolling friction pure. Now this is sliding friction because you have applied the brake. The same thing you can try out by applying both the brakes simultaneously. So with how much is the efficiency of braking of mechanism in your vehicle, two-wheeler? You can get to know how the coefficient of friction varies step by step. Then what is the quality? When should you be replacing the brake shoes? Such decisions can be made on a very scientific basis. That is the advantage and that is the power of super simple projects. It all depends upon how much deep you can take it by thinking about more and more number of parameters, more and more number of so to say, factors which are likely to change the outcome. For example, someone will say, sir, can we decide when should we send our vehicle for servicing? Yes. Lubrication जर का वर्षानुवर्ष तुमच्या गाडीला केलंच नाही तर ऑब्विसली व्हॉट डू यू फाइंड रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन तर तुमचं जर का एका केसमध्ये गाडी नवीन असताना 800 मीटर गेली असेल आणि ती गाडी नुसती स्टँड वरती होती 3-4 वर्ष कुठेतरी गावाला ठेवून दिली होती परत घेऊन आला आणि जर का तुम्ही आता बघितलं त्याला लुब्रिकेशन नाही काही नाही तर त्या केसमध्ये काय होणार आहे डेफिनेटली इन्स्टेड ऑफ 800 meters इट मे कम टू समथिंग लाईक 350 meters ओनली. सो you can also, twist and bend your destination. कुठल्याही एक्सपेरिमेंटला आपण एक एम देतो तर हे एम म्हणजे काय असं गॉड गिव्हन नसतं रे मित्रांनो. हे एम आपण ट्विक करायचं असतं आपल्या गरजेप्रमाणे. हे जेव्हा आपण करायला शिकतो त्याला वी बिकम ट्रू इंजिनियर, ट्रू सायंटिस्ट, ट्रू रिसर्चर. सो हे करण्यासाठी म्हणून या छोट्या छोट्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीजचं व्हिज्युअलाइज करणं दॅट हॅज बीन माय पॅशन, दॅट हॅज बीन माय best enjoyment, best source of pleasure in life, and that is what I continue doing even today. तर त्याच्यामुळे हे तुम्हाला मला सांगायचं वाटलं की मित्रांनो तुम्ही मोटरसायकल जर का असेल, स्कूटर असेल, अगदी मी म्हणेन जुनी M50 जरी असेल त्याचा सुद्धा एज्युकेशनल ॲपरेटस किंवा इन्स्ट्रुमेंट म्हणून वापर करायला शिका. आणि अशा असंख्य गोष्टी आपल्या आजूबाजूला आहेत. देर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स which we are using, but somehow our psyche tells us, oh, this is a motorcycle. Apparatus म्हणजे आम्हाला ते काहीतरी असं अनफॅमिलियर दिसलं पाहिजे तरच ते apparatus म्हणतो आपण, असं नाही आहे. Because technology doesn't wait for science, technology will come into your day-to-day usage even without your permission. आणि म्हणून ज्या गोष्टी आता ऑब्सोलीट व्हायला लागल्या आहेत, कालबाह्य व्हायला लागलेल्या आहेत, आपण फेकून देतो कित्येकदा, त्या गोष्टींचा सुद्धा तुम्ही शिकण्यासाठी वापर करायला शिकू शकता. याचं एक उदाहरण मी फक्त देतो आणि पुढच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीकडे जातो. काल मी त्याचा उल्लेख केला नव्हता, या फ्रिक्शन बद्दलच बोललोय आता म्हणून मी उल्लेख करतो की वन अपॉन अ टाइम व्हॉट वॉज वन ऑफ द पॉप्युलर गॅजेट्स फॉर म्युझिक, एक रेकॉर्ड प्लेअर असायचा, तबकडी फिरायची, तिची लाख म्हणून जो हे असतो मटेरियल जे असतं त्याची ती तबकडी असायची, लॉंग प्ले रेकॉर्ड वाजवलेले आहेत आम्ही लोकांनी, आणि त्याच्यावरती आम्ही आनंद घेतलेला आहे. आराधना वगैरे सारखे जे चित्रपट होते पूर्वी गाजलेले, त्याच्या आमच्या त्या काळात ज्या रेकॉर्ड घेतल्या होत्या, आणि ते रेकॉर्डिंगचं तंत्र आणि ते प्लेबॅकचं तंत्र हे सगळं जे होतं इट वॉज रादर प्रिमिटिव्ह. म्हणजे तुम्हाला HMVच्या लोगोवरती जे दिसतं कुत्र त्या करण्याकडे बघताय त्याच्यापेक्षा काही फार पुढे गेलेलं नव्हतं ते तंत्र. आता त्याच्यानंतर त्याचं इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन झालं. म्हणजे आय हॅव मायसेल्फ ऑल्सो सीन अ ट्रू ग्रामोफोन इन ऍक्शन. माझा भाऊ जेव्हा इंजिनिअरिंग करत होता त्याला आम्ही घरी वॅक्सचं कोटिंग एका लाकडाच्या ड्रम वरती देऊन एक छोटासा रेकॉर्डर बनवला होता, तेही मला आठवतंय. मी लहान होतो, माझा भाऊ माझ्यापेक्षा चांगला 10 वर्षांनी मोठा होता, त्याच्यामुळे तो जे काय करायचा ते मी कुतूहलाने बघत असे. आणि नंतर मग इलेक्ट्रिक मोटरच्या सहाय्याने या रेकॉर्ड रन व्हायला लागल्या. कालांतराने ते तंत्र गेलं, कॅसेट रेकॉर्ड झाले, कॅसेट रेकॉर्ड गेल्यानंतर CD झाल्या, DVD झाल्या, हे सगळा प्रवास तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. पण तो जो रेकॉर्ड प्लेअर होता त्याचा साऊंड सेक्शन पूर्ण खराब झाला होता. त्याचं टर्नटेबल जे होतं विच वॉज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर allowing the record to revolve at a speed of 33 and 1/3 revolutions per minute, then 45 and then 78. 78 used to be the long play record. 78 RPM ला रन होते ती लॉंग प्ले रेकॉर्ड. मग आता याचं काय करायचं? ट्रस्ट मी, हा रेकॉर्ड प्लेअर फेकून न देता जुन्या बाजारात जाणं हे आमचा एक आवडीचा उद्योग होता. आणि वी हॅड बॉट रेकॉर्ड प्लेअर इवन फॉर माय रिसर्च. देन लेटर ऑन आय व्हिजिटेड जुना बाजार and bought a record player ज्याचा साऊंड सेक्शन पूर्ण खलास झाला होता फॉर 250 रुपीज. त्याचं काय केलं तर त्याच्या सहाय्याने कोएफिशियंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन वेगळ्या वेगळ्या सर्फेसेसचे, मग तुम्ही कुठलाही सर्फेस, लॅमिनार सर्फेस द्या मला, मी तुम्हाला सांगू शकतो, असा एक्सपेरिमेंट एक डिझाईन केला. त्याच्यावरती पेपरही पब्लिश झाला. इट वॉज रिसिव्ड व्हेरी वेल. सांगण्याचा उद्देश हा की आय स्टील रिमेंबर द ग्लान्स व्हॉट दॅट सेलर गेव मी when I took that at the value of 250 rupees. म्हणजे हा मनुष्य काय वेडा आहे का काय, असेच त्याच्या चेहऱ्यावरती भाव होते ना, की भंगारमध्ये टाकलेला रेकॉर्ड प्लेअर आहे आणि हा मनुष्य घेऊन चाललाय, हा की ज्याचा साऊंड सेक्शनचा म्हणजे ते अख्खा तो आर्मच बेपत्ता होता त्याचा. पण तरी देखील तो मी घेतला होता बिकॉज आय न्यू व्हॉट आय एम गोइंग टू डू विथ इट. तर तसं तुम्ही सुद्धा करू शकता की समथिंग दॅट इज गोइंग इन टू द वेस्ट जंक यार्ड ते सुद्धा तुम्हाला कामाला लावता आलं पाहिजे. दॅट इज द हाईट ऑफ युअर इमॅजिनेशन. हे जर का तुम्ही स्किल हळूहळू डेव्हलप केलं, लाईन ऑफ थिंकिंग डेव्हलप करू शकलात, तर आय थिंक इट विल टेक यू अ व्हेरी व्हेरी लॉंग वे. ओके, लेट मी गो अहेड. ही आता चौथी जी ऍक्टिव्हिटी आहे ह्याला ऍक्च्युअली म्युझिकल बॅकग्राऊंड जी आहे माझी घरातली ती कारणीभूत ठरलेली आहे. यस्टरडे आय डिड नॉट मेन्शन दॅट बट टुडे आय डू. सो my mother was a very good flutist. उत्तम बासरी वाजवत असे. आकाशवाणीवरती अनेक वर्ष कार्यक्रम झाले होते. इनफॅक्ट इट वॉज नॉट ओनली फ्लूट बट शी प्लेड अ व्हरायटी ऑफ इन्स्ट्रुमेंट. सतार वाजवू शकत होती आई, जलतरंग वाजवत असते, हार्मोनियम वाजवत असते, आणि फ्लूट तर अर्थातच त्या काळामध्ये जेव्हा पुण्याला आकाशवाणी केंद्र नव्हतं, दॅट वॉज द टाइम अर्ली 50s, 54च्या आसपास पुण्यामध्ये केंद्र आलं. त्याच्या आधी मुंबई केंद्रावरती जाऊन ती कार्यक्रम करत असे, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये जेव्हा जलतरंगचे पेले फुटायला लागले त्याला इट वॉज अ नॅचरल चॉईस. पोर्टेबिलिटीचा विचार केला आणि बासरी घेतली, आणि मग ती शेवटपर्यंत बासरी, हार्मोनियम अशा पद्धतीने पुढे गेली ती. तर संगीताचं सुद्धा प्रेम ज्यांना आहे अशा लोकांना सुद्धा इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये खूप काही करणं शक्य आहे. मला असं वाटतं की आय विल जस्ट इलस्ट्रेट दिस पॉइंट की आता तुम्हाला जे दिसतंय ऑन द स्क्रीन, यू आर एबल टू सी सारेगमपधनिसा जे आहे त्याचे रेशोज काय आहेत. इव्हेंच्युअली यू विल फाइंड दॅट हे आपण ट्युनिंग फोक जेव्हा वापरतो 11वी-12वी मध्ये मिळालेले एक्सपेरिमेंट केले जातात. दॅट इज वेन यू गेट टू सी द फ्रिक्वेन्सीज. इफ यू रिमेंबर, it starts off with the usual laboratory set. It starts off with 256 and ends up at 512. 256, 288, 320, 341.3 असं करत 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 512 पर्यंत आपण जातो. तो या इथे तुम्हाला ते सगळे रेशोज दिसत आहेत. म्हणजे इथं जर का तुम्ही 1 जिथं लिहिलंय तिथं 256 करा, इथे खाली शेवटी इथं याल त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला ते 2 जिथं दिसेल तिथे 512 ला जाल. म्हणजे मध्य सप्तकाचा षड्ज, तार सप्तकाचा षड्ज, मध्य सप्तकाचा शेवटचा सूर असं म्हणता येईल त्याला. आता हे कशासाठी, तर संगीतामध्ये तुम्हाला वाद्य जी दिली जातात मिळतात. तुम्ही बाजारामध्ये आता अमेझॉन वरती काल मी गंमत म्हणून बघत बसलो होतो की वाद्यांच्या किमती काय आहेत. अगदी हार्मोनियम 5,000 रुपयापासून 5,500 रुपयापासून ते 70, 80, 90 हजारापर्यंत हार्मोनियम उपलब्ध आहेत. क्वालिटी ऑफ द इन्स्ट्रुमेंट इज नॉट डिपेंडंट ऑन द लुक्स ऑर द अपिअरन्स ऑफ द. जे काही टॉल क्लेम केले जातात, मग तो तबला असेल तर ते म्हणतील प्युअर कॉपर वापरलं बायासाठी, म्हणजे डग्गा ज्याला म्हणतात त्याच्यासाठी, आणि उजव्यासाठी आम्ही शिसम लाकूड वापरलं वगैरे वगैरे. पण हे सगळे सांगायच्या गोष्टी असतात तिथे, तर आपल्याला त्याच्याशी घेणं नाही. आपल्याला क्वालिटी ऑफ म्युझिक म्हणजे त्यातलं सूर काय उमटतो ते महत्वाचं आहे. अँड दॅट इज वाय आय फील की वी शुड बी व्हेरी कीन ऑन scientific or engineering kind of test rather than anything else. And that is what I said ki if now we want to characterize a musical instrument, how should we go about that? I'll show you that. So what I will do is this is a keyboard and it can also be put to test much the same way. I'll explain to you, and this thank you of course I'll definitely thank you a little later. But then for the timing, let me just take you to, again, let me go live so that you can see me. Now I would like to turn on the camera. You can see me. This is the flute that I had procured for something like 20 rupees. जत्रेमध्ये किंवा फुगेवाल्याकडे बागेच्या बाहेर एखाद्या मिळतात तशी ही बासरी आहे. If you look at this flute, you will find की this is a conventional flute. याला इथे खाली टेप मारलेली दिसते आहे. Okay, this is supposed to be C. Okay, C note. The C note म्हणजे काय, तर for this particular length of the flute, remember the length of the flute is going to govern the octave. मोठा जर का बांबूचा फ्लूट जर का मी घेतला, then in that case it will be offering me lower notes starting from 256, then 288 and so on and so forth. But this C corresponds to 512. Now how am I going to check whether it is indeed 512 or not? It is supposed to be. Let me play. This will be 1024. 512 चा बरोबर वरती म्हणजे जोरात फूंक मारल्यानंतर. This is supposed to be 512. Now how do I check that? Now you are really fortunate, I should say. मी कॉम्प्युटर वरती पीसी वरती एक सॉफ्टवेअर डाउनलोड करून ठेवलेला आहे आणि हे सॉफ्टवेअर माझा फंक्शन जनरेटर आहे. So it can produce sine wave, triangular wave, square wave, 1:100 pulse, white noise and what not. आता ही मी याच्यामध्ये frequency I can vary at will, and then you will be able to hear 512 electronically produced sine wave. Now I will play it along with the flute, and if the two notes they are perfectly matching in frequency, then I am happy with this flute, at least rudimentary level. See this. Now what was the next frequency? Next frequency for that octave beginning with 256 was 288. म्हणजे 288 into 2, 572. Let me take it to 572. बरोबर ना? Now this should correspond to Re. So I am lifting this lowermost finger now. याच्यावरती सगळ्यात खालचं जे होल आहे ते मी जर का मोकळं केलं, हे जर का मोकळं केलं तर रे यायला पाहिजे. दिस विल बी ग. असे एक एक फिंगर जसं मी उचलत जातो तसं अशा पद्धतीने माझे सूर निर्माण होत जातील. आय एम रिस्ट्रिक्टिंग माय सेल्फ ओनली टू भारतीय क्लासिकल संगीतामध्ये ज्याला शुद्ध सूर म्हणतात, हे सारे ग प ध नी सा सगळे शुद्ध सूर जे आहेत ते ग होणार. आता ग माझ्याकडे माझ्या त्या प्रेझेंटेशन मध्ये मला त्याचा रेशो माहिती आहे. त्याच्यात मी बघितलं होतं, हे बघा आता इथे मी जर का 512 टाकलं एकच्या जागी, तर त्याला ग रे झाला, त्याच्यानंतर कोमल गंधार येतो, त्याच्यानंतर शुद्ध गंधार, याच्यात त्यांनी सगळे मधले सूर सुद्धा दिलेले आहेत. ठीक आहे, तर त्या रेशोला मी करायचं झालं तर इट बिकम्स पॉसिबल फॉर मी टू पुट दॅट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी इन दिस फ्रिक्वेन्सी जनरेटर. आता इथे मी पुढे जातो, मी ग वाजवतो आणि उलटे आता फ्रिक्वेन्सी शोधतो. इट ऑल्सो enables me to check how far I am good at listening. इथं जायचंय मला, मग आता मी शोधाशोध अशी उलटी सुद्धा करू शकतो. इथे 600 ला गेलो समजा मी, आता बघा 600 ला मी अजून लोअर आहे, याचा अर्थ हा सूर वरती आहे, बासरीचा सूर वरती आहे. मग आता हे वाढवलं मी 610 ला गेलो. हे बघा I hope this simple demonstration gave you the realization that our ears can very clearly discern the phenomenon of beats. एक असा डिफरन्स फ्रिक्वेन्सीचा आवाज तुम्हाला स्पष्टपणे ऐकू येत होता. आता हा डिफरन्स फ्रिक्वेन्सीचा जो आवाज आहे तो नष्ट झाला, याचा अर्थ या फ्लूटची फ्रिक्वेन्सी आणि त्या फंक्शन जनरेटरनी दाखवलेली फ्रिक्वेन्सी, निर्माण केलेली फ्रिक्वेन्सी, दे वेर इक्वल. आता जेव्हा मी केलं 610 ला तेव्हा ते इट वॉज क्लोज, बट इट वॉज नॉट परफेक्टली मॅचिंग. नाउ इमॅजिन सपोज आय वॉन्टेड टू यूज दिस फ्लूट फॉर अ कॉन्सर्ट. एक तज्ञ लोकांची मैफिल आणि त्याच्यात मला वाजवायचं असेल समजा, आणि माझे जर का आता यांनी जे मॅन्युफॅक्चररनी जे बनवून दिले त्याच्यात जर का थोडंसं काही कमी जास्त असेल तर मग काय करू शकतो, व्हॉट कॅन आय डू. त्याच्यासाठी हा टेप लावलेला असतो. जर का मला आवश्यकता पडली तर याची मी पोलची पोझिशन थोडीशी एलॉंगेट करून आणि दुसऱ्या बाजूने टेप लावून इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ ओव्हर विच दिस एअर कॉलम व्हायब्रेट, स्टँडिंग वेव्ह फिनॉमिनन याच्यामध्ये आय कॅन कंट्रोल दॅट. इन अदर वर्ड, आय एम एबल टू कॅलिब्रेट this musical instrument. Please mind well, the process of calibration is very important in engineering. What is calibration? For calibration you ought to have some standard. आता हे स्टँडर्ड कुठनं आलं तर मी आता तुम्हाला दाखवलं की या माझ्या पीसी वरती मी काही वर्षांपूर्वी एका युनिव्हर्सिटीचा US मधल्या हे करत होतो, त्याच्यातनं मला मिळून गेलं. मी म्हटलं अरे वा, आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू गेट दिस एनी टाइम सून. ते डाउनलोड करून ठेवून दिलं. असंख्य टीचर्सना मी हे पास ऑन केलेले वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी जिथं जिथं गेलो तिथे, आणि याचा प्रचंड वापर वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी करता येणे शक्य आहे. मुख्य म्हणजे लक्षात घ्या मित्रांनो की व्हॉट वी एम ॲट इज नॉट ओनली, म्हणजे आता हे म्युझिकल इन्स्ट्रुमेंटला जसं मी वापरलं तसं इफ यू आर कॅरिंग अ फंक्शन जनरेटर इन युअर पॉकेट, then it is possible for you to work on many different fronts. For example, audiometric testing. एखाद्या ENT स्पेशलिस्ट कडे जाऊन समजा तुमचा कोणीतरी भाचा पुतण्या लहान मुलं आहे आणि त्यांनी तक्रार केली मला ऐकायला येत नाहीये म्हणून या कानाने, तेव्हा आता ते तुम्ही तपासणार कसं. त्याच्यासाठी तुम्ही घरच्या घरी प्रत्येकाला डॉक्टरकडे जायची सुद्धा गरज नाही. हेडफोन द्या, तुमच्याकडे मोबाईलला सगळ्यांच्या हेडफोन असतात, इयरफोन असतात, ते तुम्ही लावा, एक बाजू ब्लॉक करा, दुसऱ्या बाजूने याचा तुम्ही अँप्लिट्यूड सुद्धा कंट्रोल करू शकता. मी आता स्पीकरचा जर का आवाज तुम्हाला कंट्रोल करायचा म्हणला तर तसा करू शकतो मी. तशाच पद्धतीने म्हणजे आता मगाशी जो तुम्हाला आवाज ऐकवला तसा तुम्ही कंट्रोल करू शकता, आणि कुठल्या अँप्लिट्यूडला त्याला ऐकू यायला सुरुवात होते ते नोट करा, किंवा आपला स्वतःचा फ्रिक्वेन्सी रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ अ स्पीकर मेजर करायची. ऑल सपोज यू वॉन्ट टू मेजर द फ्रिक्वेन्सी रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ अ मायक्रोफोन, then you can do that sitting at home. Now I will just show you, since the camera is live, की application जे function generator मी PC वरती जे केलं त्याच्यापेक्षा वेगळं. आता suppose someone wanted to do something in environmental sciences. Okay, everyone is now worried about the environment and its preservation, conservation, and do something which is worthwhile. So very good applications are available. For example, earlier we used to buy a separate decibel meter or a sound level meter. Now you are not required to do that. Look at this now. Very clearly, you will be able to see that I have a sound level meter which is fairly sensitive. Hey, baga. My simple mobile I have converted into a sound level meter now with this application. Okay. Can you see the pointer is fluctuating, red pointer, right? You may not be able to see the letters clearly because they are also giving you what that level is typically associated with. For example, busy street, or maybe busy traffic, or conversation, or if it is completely silent, then they will say home environment, something like that. Okay, but nonetheless, this instrument which would have costed you something like, and at the lower side you are also able to visualize the graph. The good part of it is, you can not only create this graph, but you can store it as a file. So a very systematic kind of project you can very well conduct, in your spare time, or maybe even when you are at home because of the pandemic, you have lost a number of days, and not that, even if the college authorities are willing, it may be their consent that they will not be able to offer you that much of laboratory time for completion of the work. But then you should not, surrender. What you should do is you should undertake some work which you can do at home or which you may do on road. Wherever time is available, catch hold of your friend. Spending time together with the friend is always enjoyable. I have done that number of times, and even today I do that in the company of my friends. But it should be a very meaningful and happy kind of interaction. When you get to learn something new that you did not know about until yesterday, then I think the enjoyment part is best. नवीन सिनेमा सुद्धा एन्जॉय करतो मनुष्य तेव्हा कुठल्या दिवशी एन्जॉयमेंट मॅक्झिमम असते लक्षात घ्या. तो सिनेमा पहिल्या दिवशी पहिला शो जर का बघितला तर जेवढा चेहऱ्यावरती आनंद मिळतो कोणाला बघायला, तेवढा नंतर तो दुसऱ्यांदा तिसऱ्यांदा बघितला तर मिळत नाही. वाय? कारण त्याच्यातलं नाविन्य संपलेलं असतं. त्याच्यामुळे डिस्कव्हरी इज ऑलवेज द बेस्ट एन्जॉयबल फीचर ऑफ एनिथिंग दॅट यू कॅन अटेन इन लाईफ. तर हे साऊंड लेवल मीटरचं जसं आहे तसे अजूनही बरीच ऍप्लिकेशन्स आहेत. I need not tell you, your generation is really very, very fortunate, I should say, that you are able to carry as if a complete laboratory in your pocket. मग या सगळ्याचा वापर कसा करायचा, that I leave to you with this kind of suggestion to you, advice to you. Let me just tell you about one of the very useful software that is available freely, and particularly let me also appeal to my colleagues, junior colleagues in the engineering college, and of course diploma counterpart also. There is a institution called IUAC, Inter University Accelerator Center in New Delhi, which I am associated with for the last couple of years, although not on a very regular basis. And they have developed a software called XPEYES, EXPEYES. What is that? It's a hardware software combination which allows you to perform wonderful physics and electronics experiments. So, including real-time analysis or real-time plotting graphs, as if you are having your own personal oscilloscope. Although rudimentary level, it's not an advanced oscilloscope, but nonetheless, it is constantly evolving, and lots of good things are possible. You can conceive new experiments, you can analyze them, and then you can derive some wonderful results based on that. So these are, the directions along which you are in a position to proceed. No one is going to tell you that this is going to be the aim of the experiment, this is going to be the apparatus, this is the setup, and so on and so forth. Gone are the days, let me tell you. Gone are the days. You are experiencing more liberty. You are experiencing far superior communication than what our generation could really, get to believe. we still, are awestruck, so to say. We really can't believe that the world has changed so much so that I still recall those days, when people had to literally shout into the mouthpiece of a landline to allow the person at the other end to know what was the rate of a particular grocery item in Nagpur. I remember that. Today, a person sitting in US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, wherever, when he or she speaks to us, then we feel as if we are talking directly, sitting in front of each other. That is the quality of the communication. Today, you are not required to go to the laboratory and yet you are able to carry out almost each and everything. There may be few exceptions, but many times you are able to do many things related to the laboratory work by sitting at home. So work from home culture is going to be here to stay, and I would strongly recommend and appeal to all my young friends to get tuned even before the university authorities, even before the UGC comes out with concrete steps how to really revolutionize the sector of formal education. No, don't wait for them. Let us start revolutionizing this world of experimentation at our end, and let us make an humble beginning in that direction through the course that fortunately has been there in place in University of Pune for the last 40-45 years. I still fondly remember another great person who was once upon a time the head of University Department of Physics, late Professor M.R. Bhide. He was the person who was mainly instrumental in continuing with this course of project, which has immensely benefited the University of Pune students since then, and it is because of that very strong practical component that wherever you go in the world today, if someone is performing exceedingly well on the practical front, then that person will tell you that it is mainly because of the strong laboratory component, strong project component involved in University of Pune's curriculum. So I think I have already said a lot. There are plenty of other things what I could have shared, but interaction is always, something that goes on unfolding. It depends upon the quality of the response, the quality of the feedback. I am also learning when I am speaking to you because this platform, remote teaching, is something that we never could think of. But then we are required to, keep on learning. Whatever be the medium, we have to know the limitations of the medium. There might be some additional advantages what I am not yet familiar with. Raising hand, of course, that's a very good feature. As if someone is, attending a classroom session, so I can answer the doubts and so on and so forth. But I am not experienced so far. So till the time, that kind of personal meeting again becomes possible, I think you should take a leaf from all what I said. If there are any doubts, feel free to write to me on my email ID. My email ID is already there with Madam, raybakers@gmail.com. My surname to be spelled in small case RAY, Ray, BAG, bag, KARS @gmail.com. It is that simple. And my mobile number 9822 622 072. 9822 622 072. If there are any questions, then maybe in a span of 2 or 3 minutes I can take them. Otherwise, I would like to conclude my session here, and I must wholeheartedly thank again the organizing team for having done this work so professionally, so nicely, and allowing me to pay my homage to my Guru at the most appropriate time, because it was exactly 25 years earlier that I enjoyed, the learning in the company of those stalwarts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Students, if you have any doubt, if you want to ask sir, you can raise your hand. Those who have any doubt, you can raise your hands.
Please note that they have shown only palm of one hand. दोनों हाथ खड़े नहीं करने हैं. Okay.
Okay, so you can ask questions on mail also to sir. Sir
Yes,
have given
most welcome, most welcome.
mail ID.
But don't hesitate in asking questions. That is where the process of learning begins always. Don't keep your difficulties to yourself. Share them with your friends, share them with your teachers, and somewhere you will get the answer. At least the direction you will get.
Yes, sir. Correct. I would like to take a few photographs. So I will request all computer department students to switch on your cameras so that I can take some screenshots. Okay, I'll take a screenshot now. Okay, now computer department students can switch off their cameras, and now I will request ENTC department students to switch on your cameras. ENTC students.
हॅलो
Hello.
अनघा मॅडम, सरांचा व्हिडिओ दिसतोय का?
पाहिजे का?
हाँ
हो
सर,
हो
तुम्ही
तुमचा
पण
पाहिजे ना सर.
I'm
हो
online.
सर.
Okay. Now I'll take photograph. Okay, I've taken the photograph. Now I will request ENTC students to switch off the camera and mechanical students to switch on your cameras. All mechanical students, please switch on your cameras. Okay, now I'll take again the screenshot. Okay, thank you. Now you can switch off the cameras for the bandwidth. Okay. Now I would like to give a vote of thanks for this session. I would like to thank you, Dr. Vijay Raibakar sir, for giving such a nice introduction about the project-based learning, and for, it's very important from now situation which is there nowadays, that the student can learn uh, from their home also. So he gave us a very nice perspective about it. So I'll like to thank Dr. Raibakar sir from all the MESCO department. I'd like to thank you, Dr. Adkar sir, for introducing such a great personality to the students. I'd also like to thank Dr. Aparna Prayag madam for organizing this session, and I would like to thank students for attentively being there in the session. So with this, I would like to say that session is concluded. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you sir. Thank you so much sir. Okay, I will stop the recording.